Oh, hey guys, called me on a day off. How you doing? Yeah, I'm just trying to avoid burnout. I love what I do. I love making these videos and being a therapist, but it's very important that I take care of myself and avoid burnout. And we all understand burnout when it comes to careers, and it's important to avoid burnout. But when you think about it, did you realize you can actually get burned out in your marriage? Yeah, and in fact, a lot of the things that burn you out in a job will burn you out in a marriage. Let's take a look. First off, what's one of the biggest indicators of burnout in a career? Doing a draining task, meaning you're doing a job and you don't feel like it matters. You don't feel like it means anything. Think about that in context of your marriage. We love pouring into our spouses. That's part of the reason why we started a relationship with these people, is to pour into their lives. And if you feel like that's not being appreciated, if you feel like the hard work that you do for your family or for your partner, they don't value it, at some point that's going to burn you out. That's going to frustrate you. Same as it would in work. Second thing, not feeling like you have a voice. Think about it. If you worked somewhere and there was something wrong, somebody was doing something wrong, or maybe the company was doing something stupid, and you would want to say something about it. You would want to help that company do better, but nobody listened to you. Or if you did try something, it wasn't listened to. That's the same thing that can happen in a marriage. One of the biggest indicators of marital satisfaction is the ability to influence your partner, to feel that, hey, this matters to me, or I would like you to stop doing that, or I would like you to start doing this. And if your partner doesn't listen to you, if it feels like you have no influence over them, no ability to have any say or control over them, even if it's a little, that would frustrate you, that would burn you out. The third thing is a negative environment. If you are at work and it's just stressful all the time, everybody's bitter, everybody's angry, no one would want to work there. What about in your marriage life? What's the environment look like? Is it a source of joy and positive energy? Or is it every time you go home or your partner's around, you don't like it. It just makes you uncomfortable, or you just feel on edge like anything could start a fight. That would frustrate and wear down anybody. And so it's something to avoid in your marriage. The fourth thing that can cause burnout is vague partner expectations. If you were at a job and you didn't know what was expected of you, you just kind of showed up and there's no job description, and you're kind of looking around saying, what do you need me to do? How hard would that be? If you don't get good direction from your boss, that can be very frustrating. Even if it's at least vague. I know some of us, myself included, I want like broad strokes of, hey, broadly, this is what I want you to do. But at least that's something. Imagine if your marriage, if you have no idea what your partner expects from you. What do you want from me? How many times have you had a fight that started like that? What do you want? And yeah, you might be yelling it. Yeah, you might be saying it out of anger, but it's genuine. What do you want? Most of the time, we're good people and we marry people that are good people. But if you don't know what your partner wants, that can get really frustrating. So the fifth thing that we can look at in burning out is feeling unsafe or unsure about goals and security. If you were at a job and you felt like you could get fired at any time, like the boss was just gunning for you, you didn't feel safe, you didn't know that, hey, if I could just do this, this, and this, then the boss will be happy. That burns anybody out. If you are feeling constantly terrified of failing, the same is true in marriage. If you feel like, you know what, I'm just going to keep my head down because otherwise my partner's going to yell at me or they're going to get upset with me, and I'm just going to not interact with them. I'm just not going to engage with them because every time I do, it just seems to fail. What would that feel like? That would be stressful. And burnout is typically caused by just ongoing stress that doesn't let up, that doesn't change. And so just as we know that we have to watch out for burnout in our careers, we have to watch out for burnout in our marriages and in our relationships. If any of these things I've been talking about feel like your marriage or your relationship, is it just draining to be around them? Are you feeling unappreciated and that you don't have a voice? Do you feel like it's just constantly a negative environment and that your partner's really vague as to what they want from you and you feel insecure all the time? Then take a step back, do what I'm doing, start focusing on yourself. You know, when we're getting burned out at our jobs, a lot of times it's about, okay, I need to focus back in on myself. I need to take some time away from my job. I need to go out, get some fresh air, you know, maybe do something fun. And the same is true in your marriage. If you've gone through a season or are in a season that's just hard and stressful in your marriage, take some time away. You know, that doesn't mean separate. That means invest in yourself. Go relax. Go for a drive. You know, take yourself out on a date. Go to eat someplace that you like to eat. Go talk to a friend that maybe you haven't talked to in a while. Take up a hobby. You know, all of this stuff helps prevent burnout because honestly, marriages go through tough times. They do. And it's not because you're evil. It's not because your partner's evil. It's just sometimes marriages go through tough times. And so if you're in that, be smart. Avoid burnout. Take care of yourself because if you don't take care of yourself, how are you going to take care of your partner? All right? Well, get on out of here, guys. Let me get back to my relaxing day, all right? And I will catch you all in the next video.